A most incredible night's football. Ron Atkinson has joined us, having been up on the gantry run. Wonderful game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's as good as you'll see anywhere. All credit to Leeds. They nearly achieved the impossible dream, if you like.
And we were saying before the game, Brian and I talking, you fancied Leeds to score a goal or two, didn't you? But I don't think you expected 4.
Well, I don't know about the 4. I always fancied them to score from what I'd seen in the first half over at Stuttgart. I thought Leeds could cause them loads of problems. But the thing that did happen was exactly right as well, where I always fancied Stuttgart to do something against them on the break. But it's a really difficult situation to go into when you're 3-0 down. And Leeds did the best job they could possibly have done.
Well, I mean, they got the early goal reasonably early. And Gary Speed scored a goal.
Lovely move. I mean, Gordon's pinpointed out Cantona. He's headed it down. Lovely time move from Speed, and it's a great strike. Great strike on the run.
We felt looking at it, we thought he might just have been offside, but that picture proves that he wasn't offside. He came on the run, came on the burst.
Yeah, he timed his run perfect, and he's come from behind the ball.
But the fear factor of them getting a goal was something wrong that we always felt. They are a very good attacking side, and we felt they had players that might just nick a goal, and of course they did.
Yeah, not in quite the manner I would have thought. You know, I was looking at people like Fritz Walter and Kugel on the left side. They're a bit unlucky here. If you went back a little bit earlier, you'd seen that before Buck received that move, Chapman maybe didn't touch a ball on the... Maybe he should have done, but he's headed it back into the pack. Their central sweeper, Dubicic, has broke out and carried it virtually the length of the field, dropped it off to the right-sided player, Buck. And then all of a sudden the Leeds defence backed off him. Every white shirt, they just stayed behind the ball, and he actually scored without any sort of challenge. In fact, they made up his mind to shoot.
That was one of the disappointing factors of the whole night, wasn't it? Because they didn't make many mistakes, Leeds, but that was one. Somebody should have gone. I think it was Chrissy White, really, was the main man there. Should have gone to the ball, you know, blocked him out, edge of the box, and nothing would have happened.
Yeah, it could have done. It could have been Big Chris. It might have been Tony DeRigo. Speed was recovering, trying to get back in there as well. So they had enough bodies back there. They probably had 7 men behind the ball against a couple. And really all they did was stand still and make it, you know, they actually unsighted the goalkeeper.
Okay, well, Leeds got back in front again. Chapman fouled for the penalty kick. He had caused a few problems, as did the Cantona in the air all night. Big Buchwald, like swarming all over him, Ron.
Yeah, well, I think on another night he might have had 3 penalties, Chapman, because Buchwald was absolutely hugging him off a couple of corner situations. But that was so blatant, that's not even an argument, it's a penalty. And you'll never see anywhere in the world, be it Brazilian or what, you'll never see a better penalty than this anywhere.
You could have used a penalty like that last night.
Yeah, we could have done.
that was a beauty, wasn't it?
An experienced defender like that, though, should never have made a challenge like that. I mean, the amount of experience he's got, captain of the team, and you know, they've just scored a goal and the 1-1. They should be cruising the game, and he makes a challenge like that.
Okay, Big Eric, who had a wonderful game, Cantona, didn't he? I mean, did he score or didn't he score? Come on.
Halfway through his kick, he scored. And if you went in the players' bar now, he'll tell you he scored.
Yeah, but I don't think we could really give it to him.
And we asked little Schaefer, didn't we, afterwards, whether he'd nicked it, and he said, no, he reckons... But my German's not as good as my French, so I wouldn't know who scored. But I've got a little feeling it was the German number 2, Schaefer.
Yeah.
Well, full credit to Cantona. He's fought for it, he's scrapped for it, he's battled, he's been the outstanding player on the field for me. And if anybody deserved the goal, he deserves it. And I'm giving it him.
Well, he'd have been very disappointed that Schaefer actually got his foot to it, because I think he was going to bury it. But Chapman got the goal to draw level, to make it 4-4. Near post header. We've seen him do this so often for Leeds.
All the Leeds players have done this, though, haven't they? All night. They've all battled for the ball well. He's battled great for that again. Used plenty of strength and scored another goal.
Now, English football, a body blow really with the 2 big clubs being out. Do you think I mean, looking at it, do you think we really deserve to be out of the European football, Ron?
Well, I mean, you look at it, 2 of our major clubs, the 1st and 2nd in the league last year, the 2 best sides in the country. I mean, if you think of the great days, the days you had with Liverpool, the days of Manchester United, Leeds in their glory days, you have never seen a better display in English European football than that tonight. But they've paid for being naive and perhaps a little bit inexperienced when they went out in the first leg at Stuttgart. I mean, I was saying at the time, keep it at 1-0. All right, so what? I heard Robbo say earlier in the night, you know, if they'd have gone out there and just said, all right, we'll get beat 1-0 if necessary. We might win it, but we'll get beat 1-0 and we'll come back and turn them over at our place.
So really all credit to Leeds United on the night.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, but they've paid for inexperience in Europe.